would have found great big man tracks sinking in the ground. It's a legendary Sasquatch they're all harping on, but old Bigfoot, he's been there and gone. He's big around the middle and he's broad across the rump, going 90 miles an hour, taking 40-foot a jump. Ain't ever been caught or ever run up a tree. Some folks say he sings a lot like me. He's been seen by almost everybody, almost everywhere. He's mostly been seen when he wasn't even there. They say he's a monster with the mind of a child. I think he's just a logger that plumb went wild. Well, he's big around the middle and he's broad across the rump, going 90 miles an hour, taking 40-foot a jump. Ain't ever been caught or ever run up a tree. Some folks say he sings a lot like me. They've chased old Bigfoot as far as he can go. When they'll catch and civilize him, well, nobody knows. He shouldn't have to suffer over modern man's whim. You wouldn't want your sister to go to school with him. Well, he's big around the middle and he's broad across the rump, going 90 miles an hour, taking 40-foot a jump. Ain't ever been caught or ever run up a tree. Some folks say he sings a lot like me. Some folks say he looks a lot like me.
My name is Ivan Marks. The film you're about to see is authentic. It records the last 10 years, which has changed my life. I stumbled on something that I could not believe at first, but soon realized it had significance on me and everyone around me, which could not be ignored or underestimated. The Eskimos call the subject of my story Bushman. The Colville Indians of upstate Washington call him Sasquatch. The Hoopows of Northern California call him Oma. But right now, let's just call him Bigfoot. This is my country. I've spent all my life in areas like this, as close to the animals as a man can get. Perhaps I'm prejudiced, but I think it's just about the prettiest place I've ever seen. Then there's Peggy. She's a rare woman. She's the only woman I know who'd put up with the animals I used to bring home, like those coyote pups, and raise them just like they were her own. Yeah, we've shared more ups and downs than there are in the high Sierras. Those were good days, simple, clear-cut. I learned trapping from my dad's shoulders back in Illinois. I didn't mind at all putting distance between me and those crazies in Alaska. And it felt good to be with some sensible folks like Peggy's brother. An Arizona university wanted us to track down a javelina hog for research. It's a small critter, but vicious. Well, I told my brother-in-law about the wild Bigfoot story at Kodiak, but he didn't respond as I'd expected. He said, "Don't be so quick to make judgments. There's something I want you to see." He took me to what Indians called the land of petrified wood. There, carved in rock, were drawings of a creature with big hands and big feet, exactly as I had heard Bigfoot described. The drawings were 700 years old. They told how creatures the Indians called stickmen had come in the night and stolen the Indian children. The Indians abandoned the village in fear. First the ranchers, now my brother-in-law. My head was reeling with Bigfoot. But stories are just so many words. So I soon forgot about him, till I was up tracking a mountain lion. And I found these tracks. Now, they look much like human footprints, but they were 18 inches long, 6.5 across the ball of the foot, 5.5 at the heel. They were the hugest I'd ever seen. The tracks were so deep, they had to have been made by at least a 500-pound animal. The hair, I couldn't identify it. The toe prints were spread around small rocks and dug into the earth, showing whatever made them could cover pretty rugged country. And the stride was enormous, 52 inches in length. Man's only 30. They were fakes. Somebody would have had to drag a pretty big machine over pretty rough country to make them, and they would have left their own tracks. I saw where a creature had stumbled. There was a handprint, but no sign of claws. They were so man-like. I was mystified, so I made plaster casts and sent them with the hair to a lab for analysis. Now, I wanted to find out everything I could about Bigfoot. I advertised for any information or leads. You can't believe the number of stories people had to tell. My friends laughed at them all. Okay, I'd laugh too. But things were different now. I had to figure out what was fact and what was fiction. There are reports of creatures 12 feet tall, 800 pounds, that prowled on 2 feet. Now that's absurd, scientifically impossible. No creature that size or weight could even stand upright. And as for tracks, you can't imagine the number of kids I found running around the woods making plywood fakes. Tales of hunters being ripped apart, campers kidnapped and never heard of again. But 4 features all the reports shared were the dark hair, the domed head, the large footprints, and the glowing red eyes. Well, I set out after him, but I couldn't find him anyplace. I came to a bridge, and there beside it, another track. Fresh. My legs were moving before I realized what I was doing. I couldn't believe what I'd seen. I had to get a closer look. Nauseating, musky odor made it difficult to breathe. But I had to find out what I'd seen. It was getting dark. Time was growing short. I'd seen Bigfoot. What the hell was I doing? I was here alone, without a rifle, without anyone knowing where to find me. With a 500-pound, 8-foot-tall, vicious creature. I had to get out of here, get some help. I had to show people what I'd seen. The footprints. The rains came and washed the tracks away.
Hurry, hurry, get your Bigfoot burger, 2 burgers.
Now, people's attitudes towards Bigfoot made me mad. I'd seen it. Matter of fact, I felt I'd been singled out to find it. There was a statue carved in redwood. Its image was based on hundreds of sightings collected over the years. And it was exactly like the creature I had seen myself. Well, I was out of patience, and I was out of money. So I took a job up in the wilderness around Bossburg, Washington. Had to photograph a cinnamon bear in its natural habitat. You want a bear? Here's a bear. Piece of cake. I always got what I said after. Except Bigfoot. Then I saw it. A deformed version of the track I'd seen so often. There it was. Finally, face to face with Bigfoot. Here was the domed head, just as others had described it. The thick, dark fur to protect it from extremes of weather and allow it to pass unnoticed in the night. I saw it, photographed it. But scientists challenged my film. Yet it stood up under every conceivable test. Some revealed rugged terrain as the cause of the skin heals, polio as the cause of the limp. But my documented evidence wasn't good enough for the experts. Experts who still asked, how could such a creature survive? Where does it live? Show us its remains. What does it eat? Experts who challenged my word but claimed credit for my film and profited by it on lecture circuits. Well, I didn't care for these people. But I was haunted by their questions. Well, I wasn't going to have a thing to do with any chanting. So I set up walkie-talkies 300 yards from the tent to monitor any movements on the tundra during the night. At the first sound, I'd have a jump on the creature. Then the wait. The land was lush with vegetation, a perfect feeding ground. Berries, lichen, gnats, bugs, millions of fish. But this land was strangely silent. Where were the animals? My transmitter had been thrown 15 feet. And the tundra held no tracks. Days passed. I felt like a fool. I used every trick I learned over my years as a trapper and carefully covered my scent with ammonia. Then a movement in the woods. The sun hadn't come up yet. It was hard to make out what I'd seen at first. There he was, Bigfoot, standing no more than 100 yards from my blind. I began to shake all over. I could barely keep hold of my camera. He was awesome. Then behind me, another one, smaller, possibly younger. How many of them were there? Was I surrounded? They were the most extraordinary creatures I'd ever seen. I now knew why the Eskimos called Bigfoot the king of the animals. The older, larger one was 7 feet tall, 450 to 500 pounds. His domed head and long, dark hair, just like the other creatures I'd seen. His odor was overwhelming. The same thick, musky scent that first led me to Bigfoot so long ago. The young one was no more than 5.5 feet tall, 250 pounds. If my guess was right, probably on its first trip away from its northern breeding grounds. He'd probably never seen a man before. If he saw me, he could panic and attack. Then I looked around and realized the other animals were carrying on normally. If danger was around, they would have fled. Just as the Eskimos had said, Bigfoot is a benevolent creature. It doesn't even attack or feed on other animals. It seems to eat only vegetation or sometimes fish. Here it was before me, pulling up the tender swamp grass with its hands. Remarkable huge hands that seemed capable of grasping, scooping up drinking water and splashing to rid itself of parasites. I'd done it. Here I was again with Bigfoot. Unchallengeable proof my theory had worked. It is a migratory animal, and I now have the documentation of its habits I needed. Now we can begin to understand the place this creature holds in nature. A raccoon came out to start his day's hunting. I knew the nocturnal Bigfoot would soon return to the cover of the forest. I once again said goodbye to this mysterious creature that has somehow outlived its natural role, endured the tests of time, now left to wander the land elusively with a strange will to survive.
and blocks the oxygen.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
The Shadow, mysterious character who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Several years ago in the Orient, Cranston learned a strange and mysterious secret. The secret of hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so that they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible shadow belongs. Today's drama, The Thing in the Swamp.
This is a tale of greed and hate, and a thing that was created by the belief of 10 million radio listeners. For if the story had not been told, the thing would never have risen out of the swamp to reach out with blood-red tentacles and thrice to murder.
What is it? Who's there?
It's I, Hugo.
How many times have I told you not to sneak up behind me like that?
Oh, Hugo, don't be angry with me.
Fools. Fools. They'll never find it. Never.
What did you say, Hugo?
Huh? Nothing.
Hugo,
What?
how much longer must we stay here in this houseboat on this dismal swamp?
As long as I want to stay here.
But, Hugo, I'm frightened. I'm afraid of this place. Those strange noises we've heard in the swamp. Do you think it's true, what that man Nestor said on the radio?
That there's a monster living in the depths of Pearl's swamp?
Well, how else can one explain those unearthly noises that come from the swamp?
Don't be a fool.
If it's money, Hugo,
Money.
if that's the
Money?
Yes, Hugo.
What do you mean, money?
Oh.
What are you trying to find out?
Nothing, Hugo. I only wanted you to tell me what it is that keeps us here on this houseboat away from everybody.
Oh. No, Amy. No. Not even you. Now, go to bed.
It might help you to tell me, Hugo.
I said go to bed.
All right, Hugo. All right.
No. No, not even dear Amy. No one will know. I'll have it all. All to myself. The death laugh of the loon sounds lonesome tonight. Sounds almost... That's not a loon. That's not a loon. That's not a loon. What are you? What do you want? Stay away from her. You're not a real person. You're
An animal, a thing apart from ordinary men.
Your huge, ugly head.
I'm
Scaly body.
sure you don't find me pretty. Now tell me, Hugo. Where is the money? Where have you hidden it?
No. I won't tell you. No.
You'll tell me, Hugo Menchino. You'll tell me.
No. Amy! Amy, come here!
You've talked enough, Hugo.
I thought I heard you call me, Hugo. What? Oh!
Now, Miss Lane and my good friend Cranston, will you two please explain why you dragged me to this broadcasting station?
Well, Commissioner, Lamont and I were talking about that poor woman.
What woman?
Mrs. Menchino, Commissioner. The woman whose husband was carried off their houseboat into the swamp by that monster.
Oh, that. She's out of her mind.
Well, don't be too sure of that, Commissioner.
Miss Lane, not only am I sure, but several of the state's best psychiatrists are sure also.
But we're not sure, Commissioner.
I hate to tear myself away, Cranston, but I'm sure you'll understand.
Leaving before Mr. Nestor comes?
Nestor? Oh, yeah. Now, what's Heaven's Gift to radio commentators got to do with my being here?
Well, you remember the story Mrs. Menchino told of that thing in the swamp?
You just mentioned that. Phony story. Very phony.
Well, Peter Nestor, radio's teller of strange tales, told of this exact monster living in the same swamp in his broadcast 6 weeks ago.
Even the description that Mrs. Menchino gave the police of that monster tallied perfectly with Mr. Nestor's story.
Uh-huh. Coincidence.
And, by the way, Commissioner, isn't Menchino the missing cashier of the National Bank that was robbed of so much money about 5 years ago?
Well, it does happen the police have been looking for Menchino for questioning for some years now. But that has absolutely nothing to do with this monster story.
Lamont, let's hear what Mr. Nestor's saying on his broadcast.
Okay, Margot. I'll turn on this radio. You won't hear much. The program's just about over.
And that is the story, ladies and gentlemen. The statue, carved in granite and silhouetted against the sky, may be seen to this day.
Well, the program's over.
And now, a preview
wait.
of next week's program. You may recall that my strange tale for my program just 6 weeks ago dealt with the legend of the thing in the swamp.
Lamont, he's talking about it again.
If you
I want to
have
hear
read
what he's
your
saying.
newspapers lately, you know that a woman has reported that her husband has been carried off by a monster who exists in the murky waters of Furrell Swamp. And next week on my broadcast, I'm going to the exact spot where the monster is reported to have struck and attempt to give you an on-the-spot description of him. Don't forget to tune in next week. You have an appointment with danger. An appointment with a thing in the swamp. Good night.
At the end of the broadcast, turn it off, Lamont.
Right. Well, Commissioner, what do you think now?
I think I'd like to talk to this Peter Nestor.
How about a story, Mr. Nestor?
All right. I'll
say?
give you a report of the story later. Pardon me. The page boy said you wanted to see me.
Mr. Nestor?
Yeah?
I'm Commissioner Weston. This is Miss Lane, Mr. Cranston.
How are you?
How do you do?
I can guess what you're here for, Commissioner Weston. It's that story of mine that came true, right?
The first time. What I'd like to know, Mr. Nestor, is where you got that story.
Why, it's an old legend of the swamp.
But the thing happened just as you described it. Don't you think that's strange, Mr. Nestor?
Yes. How can you explain that?
Believe me, I was as surprised when I read about it as you are. As far as I knew, it was just a legend.
Well, what about you going to Furrell Swamp and doing an on-the-spot broadcast?
Next week, I'm going to that houseboat and wait for the monster. If it comes, I'll describe it over the air to my audience.
Mr. Nestor, do you mind if I come with you?
Not at all, Mr. Cranston, but I'm very much afraid we'll find the monster's a myth. That the woman who reported her husband's death had listened to my broadcast and that her unbalanced mind had seized upon the idea.
I'm not so sure, Mr. Nestor, because I believe that the so-called legendary monster is more than imaginary now.
Well, here I am, bound to a chair on the houseboat, gentlemen. And I'm ready for what may come.
One more picture, Mr. Nestor.
All right, one more.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, my broadcast will begin in just 8 minutes. That'll give you all enough time to get back the half mile to the truck containing the portable radio equipment where you may listen to my program.
Well, I thought, Nestor, that I was to be allowed to remain here.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cranston, but if you stayed, all these reporters would want to stay, too. If there is such a monster, it would certainly scare them away.
He's right, Lamont.
Yes, I suppose he is.
By the way, Cranston, where's the good police commissioner?
Well, to use his own words, he had other more important things to do.
Perhaps he'll be sorry he didn't come along.
Perhaps. Well, good luck, Nestor.
Yeah, thanks. And now, gentlemen,
Yeah?
it's time to go.
What's on your mind?
I have an appointment with a thing in the swamp.
Lamont, I wish we'd gone inside the transmitter truck with the others. It's not too cheerful out here in the car.
Well, if anything should happen to Nestor, we can reach him quicker from here, Margot. This car radio takes quite a time to heat up. Nestor should
Here
be...
I am, alone on
there
the
he is.
haunted houseboat of the missing Hugo Mancino, bound to a chair, waiting for our monster to come. It's not too comforting to remember that Hugo, living with his wife on this very houseboat where I am now, met his death by this monster just 10 days ago. His body is supposed to be at the bottom of the swamp. Tonight, I shall attempt to describe this monster to you. Now, the police have claimed that this thing doesn't exist. I not only say that it exists, I say it will visit this houseboat tonight. Now remember, listeners, I'm tied from head to foot. My only contact with the outside world is this microphone propped up beside me. In front of me is the open door of this doomed houseboat, where I can see the swamp in which our monster is supposed to live. Nothing has disturbed the waters of the swamp up to... Wait, I see something.
Lamont, do you think...
I think we ought to hear what he has to say.
Rising from the waters outside the door. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Lamont.
The laugh's on me.
Do you think he sees anything?
He's a good storyteller, Margot.
You've
Let's
got to
see
believe me.
Wait a minute.
Monstrosity.
Good as Nestor is, he couldn't make up the sounds of those chains.
Claws covered with seaweed. And I can't get away. I can't. No, stay away from me. Stay away.
Lamont, what is it?
That's what we're going to find out.
Now that we've gotten rid of the reporters and everybody else, Cranston, Miss Lane, what is this all about?
Well, Commissioner, we were listening to Nestor's broadcast in my car.
About a half mile from here. Well, everything was going fine on the program until...
Miss Lane, I heard the broadcast. What I want to know is, where is Nestor now?
I told you over the phone, Commissioner. He's gone.
Gone? Now, look, Cranston, I was there when Nestor told you that he didn't believe any monster was going to show up.
Weston, that monster really appeared. Nestor was tied to this chair here. You can see for yourself that the cords are broken.
He couldn't have done that himself.
So what? He hired a guy to cut him loose for publicity.
I don't think so, Commissioner. And that doesn't explain this clump of wet seaweed here on the floor.
The wind could have blown that in. Personally, I'm going home. I think you've been taken in by Nestor's legend. And personally, I'm going home.
Do you want to go home, Lamont?
Do you?
Uh-uh.
You're not afraid because everybody's gone back to town and left us here?
I should say not.
Good. Because I think that if we stay here aboard the houseboat, the thing in the swamp may pay us a visit.
Cops and the reporters are gone now, Rocky.
Yeah? Give me those glasses. I want to take a look across the swamp.
Yeah.
Well, soon to see. Gone, eh? There's still a car parked near the houseboat across the swamp there. That guy Cranston and his friend Miss Lane are still hanging around.
What do they want?
Suppose we row across and find out.
Hey, Rocky, what about this thing in the swamp?
Forget it.
Yeah, maybe this ain't such a safe hideout after
I
all.
said forget it. What's the matter, Nick? Are you turning yellow?
No, Rocky, no.
I don't think Cranston and Miss Lane are going to stick around long if the monster shows up.
I don't like this, Rocky. I don't like it at all.
You'd like a cut of the National Bank robbery money, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Now with Mancino dead, we'll never find that dough.
It's still where he hid it, and we'll find it.
Rocky, who killed Mancino? How did you find out about it?
What difference does it make?
When I came in this with you, I told you I didn't want nothing to do with no murder. Now, if
Keep your shirt on. I only heard about it on the radio. The monster's supposed to have done it. Look, Nick, I ain't gonna double-cross you the way Mancino double-crossed me on that bank stick-up. For 5 years, I've been waiting my chance to get my hands on that dough, and nothing's gonna stop me now. No. Not even that nosy guy Cranston and that dame poking around.
What are you going to do, Rocky?
We're going across the swamp to the houseboat and give Cranston and his girlfriend a little surprise.
Lamont.
Yes?
What time is it?
You just asked me that 5 minutes ago.
Well, it seemed like 5 hours ago. How much longer will we have to wait for that thing?
There's no telling, Margot.
It's the suspense of waiting that's so deadly.
You're right, Margot. I think I'll take a look over this houseboat. Perhaps the answer to this whole mystery is right here.
I'm not sure I'm going to like the answer if we do find it.
What's this?
What?
This door here. I didn't notice it before. Seems to be a flight of steps going down into the hold of the boat.
I can't see much. It's so dark down there.
Here, I'll flash a light down there.
I don't see a thing.
Let's go down.
All right. Seems to be a lot of water down here.
What is it, Margot?
Rats! The place is full of them. Let's go up again, Lamont.
You go up, Margot. I want to take a look around.
All right, Lamont. I'll wait for you on deck.
All right. There. I wonder if I'll find what I'm looking for here. Let's see what's under this sacking here. Good heavens. Those claw marks on his throat. I could almost believe that legend about the monster. Margot! Margot! I found Nestor's body. Margot! What is it? Margot! Here, open this door. Open, I say!
All right, pound all you want, mister. You'll never get out of there alive.
I don't like this, Rocky. I don't like it.
Just keep rowing and let me manage this.
What about this dame here in the boat? What are you going to do about her? Maybe you killed her.
Maybe I have.
Rocky, I told you I don't
She's only unconscious. She's okay.
Yeah. When she comes to, she's going to start yelling. We got to let her go.
She won't yell.
That guy you locked in the hold of the houseboat. He can break out of there, Rocky. The wood is so rotten.
Look, I'm getting sick of your griping. I tell you, he won't break out. Before we left, I opened up the seacocks. He's probably drowned already. Look back. You see how low the boat's sunk in the water?
We're going back, Rocky.
What are you talking about?
When I come in with you, I said no killing. And we're going back and save him.
Yeah? You're looking into the barrel of a gun, Nick. I think you've been around me long enough to know I'll use it if I have to.
Okay, Rocky. You win.
That's better. Just do as I say and we'll get along.
She's coming, too.
Lamont,
Look, lady. I mean business. One sound out of you and...
Where's Lamont? What have you done
Shut
with
up.
him?
Rocky, what's that?
Where?
There. Those waves in the water. Looks like someone's swimming, but there ain't nobody there. Just waves.
Shadow.
What did you say?
Nothing.
That's funny. I'd have sworn you said the Shadow.
No,
I've
I
heard
didn't.
of him. I always wanted to meet up with the Shadow. Let's see if a bullet will stop those
No,
waves.
don't! No!
Hold it, Nick.
No! Let me go!
Still coming toward us.
No! Oh, no.
Now it's stopped.
No.
Stopped good. I always wondered if a bullet could stop the Shadow. Now I know.
Oh, Lamont. Lamont, Oh, what do you want? What are you going to do with me?
Come on, lady. Come with me.
No.
Don't you understand? I'm going to let you escape.
Escape?
This wasn't my idea. I don't want no part of it. I was after some easy money, but I realize now I was wrong.
But I...
Don't stop to talk now, lady. Rocky will be back here in the hideout any minute now. If I got to get you out of here safely, we'll have to work fast. What's that?
It's the Shadow.
Shadow? Well, I thought...
You thought the Shadow was dead, that your friend Rocky killed me in the water.
I saw the waves stop.
The Shadow cannot be killed, Nick.
What are you going to do to me?
I'm going to let you go. You're not evil, Nick. You've been misled. I'm going to give you a chance, the chance to go straight.
Rocky's come back.
Well, if Rocky's come back...
No! No, it's the monster!
The monster!
Come with me. You're going to the bottom of the swamp, and no one will ever find your body there. Just as they'll never find Menkino.
No, don't come near me!
Stop!
What? Who said that?
The Shadow.
The Shadow's dead.
The Shadow is not dead. The Shadow can see through your disguise.
No, stand back there. Let go of me.
Now I recognize that voice. It's Rocky. So you're the thing in the swamp. You killed Menkino.
Now you know there's no reason for this disguise any longer. Off it comes.
So, Rocky, that explains the monster. A diving helmet and a rubber suit covered with seaweed.
Yes, Shadow, now you know. What are you going to do about it?
You must pay for your crimes, Rocky.
Oh, no, not Rocky. I'm getting out of here, and you're not stopping me. I've got my gun trained on Miss Lane here, and one false move, and she died. You double-crosser.
You killed him.
Yes, just as I killed Menchino and Nestor. Just as I'll kill you if the Shadow tries to keep me from leaving here. You won't try to stop me, will you, Shadow?
You can't escape justice, Rocky.
Oh, yes, Shadow. I'm clever. You'll have to admit that.
Not clever enough to find the money stolen from the bank. The money that you and Menchino stole together.
You're wrong, Shadow. I've found the money, and I have it outside. Menchino couldn't hide it from me. And now, Shadow, Miss Lane and I are leaving. Tried to stop me, and she'll... Well, you saw what happened to my double-crossing friend, Nick. Come on.
No, you don't, Rocky.
Oh, my gun! You knocked it out of my hand.
What's the matter, Rocky? Lost your courage and bravado? When you lost your gun?
Shadow, give me back my gun. Give it back
No,
to me.
Rocky, you'll never have the opportunity to use it again. You'll never kill again.
But you don't understand. I had to kill Menchino. He tried to cheat me out of my share of the money. I had to do it.
The money which you and he had stolen from the bank?
I helped him steal it. It belonged to me, too.
You have a twisted sense of right and wrong, Rocky. There's only one place for men such as you. The police will see to it that you pay your debt to society. Your days of killing are over.
And Rocky made a complete confession of the whole thing this morning.
Well, Lamont, I still don't understand where Rocky got the idea for his monster disguise.
Margot, strangely enough, he got it from Nestor by listening to the tale of the thing in the swamp on the radio. He procured a diving helmet with a portable oxygen tank, covered himself with seaweed, and brought Nestor's legendary monster to life.
Well, what purpose did he have in doing that?
He's been trying for 5 years to find out where Menchino hid the money. He knew that Menchino was almost stubborn enough to die rather than tell, and Rocky thought that he might scare it out of him.
But why did he kill Nestor?
He wanted to build up the story of the thing in the swamp so as to scare people away from the hiding place of the money until he found it. He thought Nestor's death would do that.
Oh, one thing led to the other.
Yes, Margot. You know, I've just had a weird thought.
What?
In a way, Nestor was killed by a monster that he himself brought to life in the minds of 10 million listeners. So actually, he created a monster that destroyed him.
The Shadow program is based on a story copyrighted by Street and Smith Publications. The characters, names, places, and plot are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
It happened 2 million years ago. In steaming swamps and prehistoric jungles, the earliest man-like creature walked the earth. Not human, more beast than man. A monster of evolution. It walked across the eons of time, slowly changing, becoming more and more human, more and more advanced, until in the Pleistocene, just thousands of years ago, man himself emerged. But the change from beast into man was not a steady one, and sometimes primitive man would find his life threatened, terrified by the appearance of a monster from the past.
Each night, huh? You're making enough noise to wake up the dead. There now, will you please finish that and go back to sleep? Must you bark at every jackrabbit? If you're good for the rest of the night and don't awaken anyone else, I'll promise to take you hunting with me tomorrow. And you can chase all the jackrabbits you want.
Andy, will you get the lights, please?
But die, Mr. Whitmore. You started at the best part.
Well, you get the idea. Here we have the classic example of the Hollywood monster. The movie studios turned out films like these by the hundreds back in the 50s and early 60s. Werewolves, vampires, monsters created by atomic radiation, creatures from outer space. They all did their part to paralyze the kids at the Saturday matinee and to give the girl an excuse to move as close as possible to the boy at the drive-in theater. Now, these horror films of the 50s seem corny today, and just as unbelievable as the ancient sea monsters we've been studying. But don't get the idea that monsters are a thing of the past. All of you have seen recent films about the devil and demon possessions. Even the film about the great white shark was a monster story of sorts, a modern-day sea monster. These films managed to give all of us a few genuine moments of fear. Yes, man has always had his monsters. Very real. And sometimes most unexplainable. Well, class, today we're concluding this study of the supernatural, of powers and beings outside the reality of nature. So I've invited a guest speaker who should be arriving in a few minutes. This man is a science teacher, as well as a widely read author and a recognized authority on the phenomenon of the abominable snowman, or as this creature is known in North America, Bigfoot. A present-day monster.
search for these giant, man-like creatures started with the discovery of mysterious footprints, huge footprints, which obviously were not made by any known form of human life. These initial discoveries were made mostly in the snowbound regions of the world, parts of Alaska, Canada, and most often by mountaineering expeditions in the Himalayas. In 1951, the well-known mountaineer, Eric Stapleton, was returning from an Everest reconnaissance expedition. Eric was waiting out a storm at base camp number 3, close to the northern edge of Menlung Glacier. Now, this man was a professional photographer, as well as an educated scientific investigator and mountaineer. The giant footprints in the snow, photographed by Stapleton, were published by newspapers around the world. For the first time, the public came to know of the existence of a giant, man-like monster which actually exists in the Himalayas. A monster known as Yeti, or Bigfoot. Within 2 years, the reports of giant footprints deep within the wilderness areas of the world spread from the Himalayas into North America itself. In May of 1956, a man by the name of James Hunt not only discovered footprints along the muddy banks of the Fraser River near Alberta, but Hunt actually sighted the Bigfoot monster running into the woods. Unfortunately, he had no camera with him. And many people here in America said he was crazy, that the footprints were fake. But over the next few years, reports continued throughout Canada, Washington State, Oregon, and even into California. It soon became apparent that Bigfoot was not just a hoax. Something was there, leaving giant footprints deep in the wilderness. Bigfoot was real. Whatever it was, wherever these giant creatures came from, it was obvious that they were becoming as curious about us as we were about them. In many logging camps throughout the Northwest, workers reported sightings of huge, hairy creatures watching them from the woods. Man was invading Bigfoot's domain, moving into the virgin forests, cutting trees, taking over what had always been the hiding place for these mysterious monsters. As modern man cut into the wilderness, Bigfoot was forced to retreat deeper into the timberland. And as progress forced Bigfoot out of his homeland, more and more evidence was found which proved, beyond a doubt, that there were many of these creatures here in North America. More footprints were discovered, as well as strands of long black hair tangled in tree branches. Hair which, when examined by scientists, proved to have come from some mysterious creature previously unknown to man. For these discoveries, very few educated observers would still deny that something was really out there. There was an incredible man-like monster actually living in the North Woods. Just a few years ago, in the wilderness of Oregon, 2 employees of a large lumber mill set out late one afternoon to visit a favorite fishing spot. As it turned out, these 2 men were destined to become the first unfortunate persons to encounter Bigfoot, face to face.
Don't drive him off, John.
Expect us to believe all of this?
Thomas, Shakespeare once said, through Hamlet, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Class, one of the biggest errors a man might make is to disbelieve what he hasn't seen. To think that there are not evil powers or fantastic creatures just because you personally haven't experienced them could result sometime in a dreadful consequence. Now, save any questions you might have until Mr. Mason arrives. He once had an incredible first-hand experience with Bigfoot, and I want him to tell you the story himself. Well, while we're waiting, let's review, see if you remember the names of some of these ancient sea monsters. Anne, can you tell me about this fellow?
Let's see. That's one of the dragons from the 16th century, I think. He was a flesh eater and supposedly grew to a length of about 30 feet or more.
Good. Now, who can tell me about this fellow?
That's a griffin. It's a flying bird monster. Back legs of a wolf, front legs of a hawk, like claws, and it would swoop down to catch its victim, usually young kids, and it would just tear them apart. And it would just eat everything except their shoes. When the griffin got you, all they'd ever find is your shoes.
All right, Daddy. That may be true. But what I want you to tell us is just where and when did the legendary griffin get its start? Andy.
He was invented in the 1400s by the Germans.
Really? I wonder. I wonder, young man, if the ancient griffin was really invented, as you say, by some demented madman.
Roger, thank you for coming today.
I wonder if I should have come.
I want to introduce to you a man who has spent much of his life as a teacher and as a highly respected scholar. He's written several books on the subject of Bigfoot, and his actual story, experience, incredible experience, with the giant man-beast of America is an amazing story he so kindly agreed to tell us about today.
I believe I owe all of you an apology. Especially you, young man. Your teacher has been very kind in introducing me as a scholar. I'm thought by many people to be nothing more than a madman, or a liar, if you will. "15 years ago, in a high school much like this one, I was teaching science to a group of students not unlike yourselves. 5 of those students, 3 boys and 2 girls, were especially fascinated with the study of archaeology. So I arranged a field trip. As a result of that field trip, 3 of those students will spend the rest of their lives in a mental institution. One girl cannot speak to this day. She can only stare straight ahead in shock. She's totally unable to communicate with the world outside her mind. No. Never doubt that monsters exist. They do. Right here in North America today, there are creatures that are known simply as Bigfoot. They were known to the Indian over 100 years ago, and they're still alive today. But let me start at the beginning of my story.
In museums and universities throughout the world, archaeologists are learning more each day about prehistoric man. Archaeologists are highly skilled, specialized scientists. They know where to look, what to look for, and occasionally they make a discovery of tremendous importance. This is the story of such a discovery. It began a year ago, not in a museum, but on the campus of a high school in the Southwest. 5 high school students and their teacher met with Dr. Bill Wyman, curator of the Lincoln County Museum, an outstanding archaeologist. These 7 people were planning a trip to the small town of Ivanpah. Their purpose? To help the museum excavate and uncover the ruins of an ancient Indian campsite. Not one of these 7 ever suspected that they would soon make a startling, terrifying discovery.
bags and leave them here.
Is this where we're going to sleep?
Here you go, Joey.
Yes.
Whose house is this?
This belongs to one of the Museum Association members. No one lives here right now, so he lets us use the place whenever we want. All right, just come on in for a few minutes.
Sharon, look at these. Oh. Mr. Wyman, are these some of the things you found on your expedition?
Yes. As a matter of fact, this is one we found in some cliff ruins just last year. You can put your sleeping bags down on the floor. We'll straighten up tonight when we get back. Shall we go?
Excavation site out there on this place. Thanks, sure.
Thanks.
Hey. This really looks like Indian country, doesn't it? Boy, I'll say.
Look at those rocks.
I'll bet you find quite a few Indian petroglyphs up in this area.
Yes, this country was literally dotted with Indian campsites at one time.
Mr. Mason, what are petroglyphs?
Oh, well, petroglyphs are Indian rock writings.
Oh.
Come on with me and I'll show you some. Well, there we are.
Boy, look at those.
These technically aren't petroglyphs. Petroglyphs are Indian writings that have been scratched into the rock. These have been painted on the rock with berry juice stain. We call these pictographs.
Well, what do they say?
Can you read them?
We've been able to figure most of them out. They tell of the history of a great Indian tribe, one that lived around here thousands of years ago. There were two chiefs in the tribe, many, many braves. They hunted the deer and the rabbit with bows and arrows. And they believed that the sun and the rain were powerful gods who were continually fighting each other.
Gee, how can you tell all that?
We have to study these symbols a long time. Basically, though, this is just a big primitive history book.
Say, Bill, let me get a picture of that. Wonder if you'd just point at that. All right. And the rest of you be looking at it. I'll get it from over here.
That's a rabbit. See?
How interesting.
I'll see what you mean. Bob, would you kneel down there and be looking at the rock? Now, that's good. Just look at the rock and hold it. Good. Got it. Now, I guess we better get to work.
Right. But where's the excavation? Right back this way. This is where we've begun excavation.
What sort of thing do you suppose we might find?
Well, that's pretty hard to tell. The only thing we've located so far... Well, here, I'll show you. These are pieces of old Indian pottery. And these are prayer sticks.
Prayer sticks?
Mm-hmm. At least that's what we think they are.
Prayer sticks were used by some of the ancient tribes as religious symbols. They actually buried them with their dead.
You mean we're going to dig in a graveyard?
Well, that's possible, though I doubt if we'll locate any bodies. These prayer sticks may be over 1,000 years old.
Say, do you think we'll find any bones?
With everything being this old, it's very unlikely, but it's still possible. Of course, it's also possible we may not find a thing.
It's sure we won't find anything if we don't get busy.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, what do we do? Let's start digging.
Okay.
Say, Bill, look at this piece of pottery that Bob found.
You just found it, Bob?
Yeah, over there in the digging. We do
That's a good pottery fragment. I want to take this back to the museum with us. Keep up the good work. By the way, what time is it?
20 after 12.
Getting a little late. Lunchtime!
Oh, boy.
You boys ready for lunch?
Boy, you said it.
Good, I'll get it from the truck.
I'll give you a hand.
All right. You getting a lot done this morning? Well, everybody hungry?
You know, I finally made it.
Yeah. Well, we have sandwiches here for everybody.
Good.
Johnny, this is yours.
Right.
Roger, this is yours.
Oh, good.
And here's Sharon's and Linda's.
Oh, thank you.
Bob.
Hey.
Well, I suppose you see now why most people don't like this part of museum work.
You mean the food or the digging?
The digging.
By the way, did we find anything of value today, Mr. Wyman?
Oh, yes. For instance, this rock. This was used to grind up seed to make flour for bread. Notice the worn edges on it? And this pottery, we'll take it back to the museum and study it more carefully. I think we can tell exactly how old it is.
More prayer sticks?
Mm-hmm, more prayer sticks.
Say, Mr. Mason, what's this rock?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything quite like this.
I found it over there where we were looking at those Indian pictographs.
Ask Mr. Wyman about that. Say, Bill, take a look at this rock that Norman found.
Where did you find this?
Over there where you showed us those Indian writings.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong. This might be an eolith.
What's that?
A very, very old tool. One used by ancient peoples. This is by far the oldest thing we've found here.
Let me see it. Could you show us what? Sure, it was right over there. It's right around here somewhere. Just lying on top of the ground. I picked it up for a souvenir. I collect rocks.
You collected a good one this time.
Well, I don't see anything else. All of these are just plain old rocks.
Well, it seems funny that it'll be lying just on top of the ground, doesn't it? Yes. Unless it fell.
Up there. Maybe it fell from up there and rolled down.
Yeah, it looks like there's a ledge up there.
Let's go up and see.
All right. You'll have to find some other place to get up, though. We'd never make it from here.
I think I'll stay down. Me too.
Need a climbing rope from the truck. I'll get it.
The way down. Boy, isn't that a long drop.
That's Sharon and Linda down there. Hello!
Let's see. Are we above the spot where the rock fell?
Over there.
Let's look around down here.
Doesn't look as if we're going to find any of those rocks around here.
I can't even see that small ledge from here. Can you?
No,
Let's see, we were standing down there by that thick brush.
Hey, what's this? Stone tablet of some kind.
really something.
Yeah, but what?
You recognize those markings, Bill?
No, those are strange to me.
They look rather primitive, don't they?
They look older than any other markings I've ever seen.
Were they made by Indians, do you think?
No, not these. These are the types of markings made by cavemen.
Cavemen?
Perhaps as ancient as Pithecanthropus erectus, the earliest known species of ape man. Seems to be sealed along the edges here in mud.
Yeah, I brought my rock there.
Try digging it away over in there.
Be careful not to hit the rock. How are we going to get it back to the truck? We're going to carry it back. You think we can get it out?
Here's the bottom edge.
All right. Careful. Let's try lifting it now.
Boy, whoever put that in there wanted it to stay.
This isn't ordinary mud. Boy, it's a clay, some sort of rosin added.
Sure is hard.
Maybe if we use the rock hammer to pry up on it.
All right, try it.
I'm sure you won't break it?
No, it won't break it.
Okay, Bob, pull.
I think it moved a little.
Not much.
Let's try it again.
Maybe if we lift up on it while the boys pull.
All right.
I'll count to 3 and everyone pull. Ready now? 1, 2, 3, 4!
What happened?
Wait a minute.
Hey, there's a hole down there.
Wish we had a flashlight.
Can you see anything? Why, it looks like it might be a cave.
What are you doing? I'm going down inside.
So am I.
Me too.
We can't all go in.
I'll stay up here.
Will you stay up here too, Roger? No. All right, but you be careful. All right. Come on down.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Now get a good grip on that rope. Pretty solid.
Wait for a minute now. Let your eyes get accustomed to the darkness.
What kind of a cave is this? Natural formation?
Probably so. It looks as if these cracks in the wall have been sealed up with mud.
Look, pottery.
These are perfectly preserved.
What's inside?
Ashes.
Not ashes of a person. Somebody cremated?
No. These are wood ashes. Charcoal. We'll take these jars with us. Be careful not to spill any of the ashes.
Look, this one has writing or something on it.
Those markings are similar to the ones on the tablet up above. What did you find?
There's a body over there. What?
It's a mummy, covered with mud. What a find.
Yeah. How can we get it out?
We're going to need some more ropes from the truck and some boards to tie it and hold it flat. Let's go.
Boy, I'm glad that's over with.
Something tells me Bob doesn't think much of our new passenger.
Well, it's the first time I've ever ridden with a mummy.
I'll open the door to the shed. We'll leave it there tonight.
You mean we're going to put it in there?
You wouldn't want to leave a mummy outside, would you? Suppose it rains.
Be careful bringing it in.
I'll get this end down here.
Okay, I'll get here. Here. Bob, you get that corner on that side. Good.
What do you want? Let's just put it on this trunk.
Just what? Who would have thought we'd ever find anything like this?
Easy now.
Okay, there.
Are you going to dig it open and look inside?
I'm afraid if we try opening it here, we may destroy something.
Yes, sometimes just exposing a body to the air will cause it to fall apart.
That's okay. If that happens, Bob will sew the pieces back together.
We'll take it to the museum the first thing tomorrow morning. There we can examine it more closely. You know, you people have done a wonderful thing today. This could prove to be the most significant archaeological discovery of our age.
I can't get over how well preserved this is.
Perfectly preserved. And I think I know why.
Because it was sealed in that cave?
No, not exactly. Do you remember the vapor that shot up out of the hole when we pried the stone tablet loose?
Do I? I'll say.
I thought we'd had it right then.
I believe that some ancient tribe buried this mummy, not just thousands of years ago, but hundreds of thousands. They were very primitive. Their writings and pottery work show that. And yet these people had found the secret of truly preserving the dead.
But how?
They combined certain amounts of various woods and resins that were present on the earth at that time. They put them in those earthen vessels we found and burned them in a sealed cave. The smoke and the incense had the power of preserving whatever was in the cave.
So that's why the jars we found were filled with ashes.
That vapor that escaped from the cave was a preservative smoke, hundreds of thousands of years old.
Well, that's my theory. I could very easily be wrong, though.
Hey, it moved.
What moved?
The money moved.
Sure.
It did. It moved its hand.
Looks like your story got through to Norman.
I didn't mean it was that well preserved.
I'm not kidding. I'm sure it really did move. I was looking right at that hand, and it just moved, just a little bit.
You'll understand. Norman watches television a lot.
But I'm not kidding.
Don't tell your story now. Wait until later on this evening, just before we go to bed.
Well, I think right now, at any rate, we should all eat dinner. Good idea.
I could use something. But seriously, it was a great trip.
Boy, it sounds like it.
This day certainly did go by fast. I only wished I would have gone with you guys when you climbed up those rocks.
That was quite an experience.
And where were we? Waiting down below.
Well, when I looked up and saw that ledge and that sheer cliff, well, I always feel a lot better on solid ground.
So next week, all the newspapers will bring big stories about how we found a mummy. Maybe even magazines.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. They'll be asking me what I did, what happened. What did I do when I first saw that mummy lying there in that cave like it has been for thousands of years? And what am I going to tell them? That I didn't do anything because I wasn't even in the cave. I was too afraid to climb up on the rock.
Well, you weren't alone.
I can see the pictures on the front of the school paper of you guys prying up that stone thing and all my friends asking me, where were you?
Tell him you took the picture.
Thanks.
Well, I should go for a bottle of pop. The country store is open until 9 o'clock if you want to walk up there.
How far is it?
If you cut through the orange grove, it isn't far, about a 10-minute walk. There's a well-worn path, so you can't get lost.
Want to walk up?
Sure, sounds like fun.
Anybody else want to go along?
So you plan on bringing in the rest of those jars for a closer look, don't you?
Yes.
And then I think I'll stay here.
I think I'll go outside, too, for the fresh air.
Yes, don't feel you have to stay inside. The country up here is pleasant at night.
I'm too tired to go anywhere.
It's sure that if I go out there, something important will happen here. And if I stay here, they'll probably find flying saucers.
By the way, you can bring me back a bottle of orange pop if you want.
Where's the dime? Come on, dig it out. And 3 cents deposit, unless you want me to have to drink it there.
Some people are natural
Are you
born
coming?
type.
Coming? No, I'm going to conserve my energy and stay here.
It's what? Look, Norman, this is just about...
Look. It ran into the grove.
What was it? Could it be? Come on, Bill, we've got to do something.
Sure is a nice sky. The moon's so bright, you don't even need a flashlight.
I love the country at night, don't you? Look at the stars. There must be billions of them.
Living in town all the time, I guess you never realize how many there really are.
Wouldn't it be great to live out here instead of in the city?
Boy, I'll say. Shall we cut through the grove again?
I guess so. We found our way the first time.
Boy, there's not much light in here.
If we stay on the path, we'll be okay.
Yeah, if we can see it well enough.
You go down to the next house and warn them. I'll get Johnny and Sharon and meet you here. Right?
Something's coming.
Let's get out of here.
Wait!
When you weren't at the store, I figured you'd be on the way home.
Is something wrong?
Yes, let's get out of the grove. Come on.
Oh, yes. No, the children are all asleep. What time do you expect to be home? Early in the morning. We're all fine. Okay, bye.
Hello, Bill.
Walt, it's good to see you, especially now.
I just came from the Mitchell Ranch.
Walt, this is Roger Mason, a teacher at the high school.
How do you do? How are you, Mason?
And this is Johnny, one of his students.
Hi, Sheriff. Hello, Johnny.
We were up digging at the Indian site yesterday, and that's where we discovered the cave and the mummy.
Bill, of all the weird stories I've heard, this is the strangest. If it weren't for you boys, I wouldn't believe it. How do you account for it?
I can't. I have only a theory that the smoke and the vapor in that cave must have caused the body to lie dormant or asleep for possibly hundreds of thousands of years. When we opened up the cave and let the air in...
I told you I just came from the Mitchell Ranch where the girl was killed last night. I covered the body as soon as I got there, but some of the neighbors had seen it first. Stories going around that there's a bear come down from the mountains. One of the windows was badly smashed.
The door of the shed where we put the mummy was smashed, too.
Let's have a look at it. This mud, just like the lab man found by the body. Funny red stuff.
The mummy was sealed with mud just like that. It broke out of its wrappings.
What's it look like now?
We don't know.
We just caught a glimpse of it as it ran into that grove.
It stood erect, but was larger than a man. That's as much as we could tell.
Last night after it killed a girl, one of the neighbors said that he shot at something running into the grove.
The orange and lemon groves in this part of the country are so extensive, the thing could travel for miles and never leave the protection of the trees.
Let's go look at the place that you saw it run into the grove.
Looks as if it's been along here.
Over here. Look at the broken branches.
Why, there's blood on the ground. Isn't it?
Yes. I think we found the spot where the creature stayed last night.
But what's the blood from?
My guess is the fellow who shot at it last night must have hit it.
What makes you say that?
Because this isn't ordinary blood. This is too dark in color.
He told me he had hit it. But he must have missed it.
Why?
Because I saw the gun that he used. A large caliber. 3 shots from that would have stopped anything.
Anything?
Well, it's sure that if a hunting rifle didn't stop it, that revolver of yours wouldn't do much good either. And it's too dangerous trying to track it down through these groves.
Do you have an idea?
Well, maybe we can lure it into the open field.
It's worth a try.
That should just about do it, shouldn't it?
Yeah, Now let's set those cans of gasoline around where we can get at them fast.
All right. I'll show them where.
Good.
Set them all over where we can get at them fast. Okay. Now be careful. Yeah, that'll be good.
I got all the meat scraps they had.
How are we going to know when it's coming so we can pour out the gas?
Well, we'll situate someone up the road to see through the trees and give the signal when it comes.
We can use the radio telephone in my car, and I have a portable unit in the back.
Good. Hook it up down here.
You push this button down to top and let it up to receive. That way you'll be able to communicate with the telephone in my car.
Good. See, Walt, you take your car and station yourself on the road down here.
Just a minute. Who's going into the grove with the bait?
I thought I would. Why you? I was going to do that part. Well, it's my idea.
That's a mighty dangerous idea, too, Roger.
You don't know where that thing may be hiding.
All right. Let's draw straws between the two of us to see who goes in.
Okay.
The one who gets the shortest straw has the job.
Why 3 straws?
I'm in on this, too.
Well, looks like I win anyway.
I'll be down by the road.
And I'll be on this radio.
Roger. You're more apt to need this than I am.
It's all ready.
Good. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. Be careful. Sheriff's ready. He's got a good view through the grove from where he's parked.
Yes, we've already communicated with him.
Well, now all we do is wait here until it comes out of the grove. It's been a half hour.
This is Bill, Walt. See anything yet?
Nothing yet. Beginning to look as if this idea isn't going to work.
Let's wait another 20 or 30 minutes anyway.
Roger.
Yes, Walt. Let's see something here, I think. Back is one of the trees that just moved. I'm going to take a closer look. Hold on. You better be careful. You'll hear from me within a minute. Been almost 3 minutes. Walt. Come in, Walt.
Something's wrong. Come on.
Bring along those flares, Johnny. Better grab that gasoline, too.
There's his car. Take it easy now.
Bob! Wait here.
Indian legends tell about a big hairy man that roamed for many years throughout their land. White men laughed and said these legends weren't true, but now old Bigfoot has made man a fool. Bigfoot roams throughout his forest land, feet twice the size of any man. With the moon shining bright on a running stream, you can hear him yelling his mournful scream. Scientists believe he's a missing link. Some people say that he's extinct. Others say something from a bad old dream. But listen to Bigfoot's a mournful scream. Bigfoot is a friend of all the wildlife band. He feeds a little raccoon right from his hand, while the old chipmunk sits a-chattering on his knee. Happiness blinds him, so he scarcely can see. Bigfoot's very cunning while walking his grounds. His pets, a bear and cougar, keep away man's hounds. Rising from the ground, smacking dust from his seat, with a great big smile, slowly makes his retreat. Scientists believe he's a missing link. Some people think that he's extinct. Others say something from a bad old dream. But listen to Bigfoot, a mournful scream. Pretty soon modern day man's so sane will try and take Bigfoot from his domain. The tranquilizer guns that sting and smart, his heels will hold sadness and heavy hearts. Scientists believe he's a missing link. Some people think that he's extinct. Others say something from a bad old dream. But listen to Bigfoot's a mournful scream.